Disability is defined as a limitation to someone's participation or a limitation to a particular activities. Welcome to another edition of the program Disability Voice from the Advent Cable Network Nigeria. I am Favor Ajara, your beautiful host. The Disability Voice program is created basically to educate religious centers and the general public at large that persons with disability can be loved, can be enabled, can be empowered, and can be educated, because disability is not a stigma. It is also an avenue to advocate for the rights and the interests of persons with disabilities. Viewers, today we'll be looking at a very interesting topic, my disability and I. It's an experience, a disability experience. You know, when we talk of the disability, it looks so new to so many. But today we have a guest in the house to share his experience, the reality of being a man with disability. Here with me in the studio to discuss this topic is Mr. Sunday Eje. Mr. Sunday Eje is an actor and also a musician. You're welcome to the program today, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And good to have you in the program today and to share your story with us and the general public out there. So we talk of disability as a word, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Can you tell us?
We start with the good.
Of course, you can start from anywhere.
Okay, maybe we'll start with the bad.
Okay, so that we'll use it and come to the good. Okay.
Well, the bad side of it is, do I really call it bad? Because somehow, you see, that bad side is what some of us use to actually have the energy we have. So I don't really know whether to call it bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but however, the society we live in, they see it from a different perspective. Some people feel we are not supposed to be here. I mean, some people feel we shouldn't even breathe. We don't deserve the air they breathe, And a lot of stigma here and there, a lot of misconceptions, But we encounter a lot of challenges, Because of that, we need to push extra hard to be able to get into the society, to be able to be accepted in the society, Yeah, extra energy, extra efforts. You need to do all of that, So basically, I think for me, that's just so why I say it's kind of difficult to call it bad for me is because all these things put together are the reasons why some of us are rugged, in our hearts, because when I see these things, they give me strength. They motivate me to do more. The place you don't expect persons with disability to go, that's where I want to go. So I can prove to you that there's no limitation with me, So where I'm being stigmatized, the moment I sense stigma, that is where I even want to be the more. Because I want to prove to you that thing you think I cannot do, or that thing you think I cannot be, I can be it. Yeah, I can even do better than you, So for me, I have refused to see it as a bad side. In fact, that's the energy part for me. So let's keep the ugly part now because I think that answered the both of it, Yeah. So, but the good part of it is, we are very attractive. Yeah.
I like that word, attractive.
Yes, very, 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 very attractive. I've had a lot of experience where, I'm walking, on the road, on the street, and then maybe I'm walking with somebody who is not disabled, but I'm the one they're looking at.
Attraction.
Yes, that's the attraction we're talking about. So imagine I'm selling something. It's my own they will buy.
Of course.
Or it's my own they will see first. Imagine I'm advertising something. You understand? I'm advertising a product or something. It's my own they will see first. So I think that is so
I've not actually looked at it in that angle, the way you just at the attractiveness.
Yes, I'm attractive because people are looking at you and they're asking a lot of questions. Maybe in their heart they're like, but what happened to this man now? But why is he like this now? Why is he working with that person he's working with now? I mean, why does that person like him now? This kind of question. So they're curious. They want to know what does he have that is making that person to work. So they're asking. So at the course of all these questions they're asking, somehow they're attracted to you because they want to know. They're inquisitive. They want to find out what is special about this man who is not looking like us. I mean, who is not walking with two legs like us. But so to me, I mean, I call that being attractive. So that's one good part of it. So when I have something, I just use the opportunity, to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think that's good.
Yeah. That's it for me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving us that definition of the good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah.
The good part of it is really
Yes.
it's really catching me now. We look so attractive, and it's true.
Yeah.
We really look so attractive.
Yeah.
So, but in the midst of the attractiveness, you do business. I think you are a realtor.
Yes. Yeah.
You are a realtor and real estate. And how are you able to cope with businesses? Yes, the attractiveness is there, but the discrimination also is there. So how are you able to cope through taking clients to sites to let them know that you have these properties available on ground, and how are you able to convince them to buy? And because I know in the society, what they will first, most people, I've experienced it. If you want to tell them I do this or I do that, the first thing they will ask is, are you able to do this? Considering the fact that you are a person with disability. So how are you able to skate through all this?
Well, first, all those things that start from the mind. Yeah. So, number one, the good part of it is I don't see myself the way they see me. So, I appear physically the way I see myself in the inside. So, and then, and then they said it's how you are dressed that you are addressed. So when I know I'm having a meeting with any clients, I dress well. I look good. I make sure I go to the salon, carve, and then, you look neat.
Like the gentleman.
Yeah, like the gentleman. And then I go out there, and then they're like, good morning, sir. I say, how are you? You know that kind of voice now.
I understand.
Yeah. Yes. Now, so and then we just talk, and then funny enough, a lot of them give me gifts, extra, and they're like, sir, I respect you. Guys, sir, I respect your courage. Somebody like you going around, doing this business, going around Abuja, going around the city, going to the nooks and crannies of, and then someone was even asking me, how do you do it? I said, it's the same way you got to me. That's the same way, the same way you came to me. That's the same way I do it. And then they just got laughing. And so they look at you first. They look at your face to see boldness, to see how bold you are with what you do, and then, so they check me and they see that this beggarly appearance is not there. I am bold. I handle my business. I'm not asking you for a dime. All you pay me is my percentage, So, and that's all. So all the people that favor me, I don't ask them for it, but they just look at me and they're just happy. They're encouraged. They're like, sir, you've really encouraged me and all of that. So the determination, like I said, the way I see myself, I used to tell people, I said I built a world around me and I made myself the king in it. So I become the father of my own happiness. So I don't give anybody opportunity over those things in my life. So I decide those things. My joy, if I want to be quiet, if I want to do any of those things, I determine my mood myself, not because anybody or said something or did something somewhere. So
Wow, I really like your courage. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So this take me to another question. Okay, you've been doing all this, trying to not minding. In fact, there is no even disability, of course, because the greatest disability that can happen to anyone is the disability of the mind. So once your mind is right, there is no disability. Now, this brings me to this question. Now, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
in the next 5 years, I see myself very big, very big because I'm working hard and I trust God and I am praying and I am serving God and I have faith in God and I have faith in myself and in my abilities and in my strength. And the Bible said, with God, I can do all things, through Christ that strengthens me. And they say one with God is majority.
Of course.
So I have God. So 5 years from now, I'm up there.
The sky is your starting point.
Starting point. By the special grace of God, I'm up there.
It's so good to have you today to share your experience and also to encourage us to move on. And disability is nothing because there is ability in every disability.
That's right.
Viewers will be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with the discussion. Don't go anywhere.
Now streaming, now analyzing, now assessing, now discussing, now sharing your thoughts on everything and every issue that affects you. ACNN's Now Streaming discusses the issues trending and the matters that matter to us all. Join us every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. on ACNN as we go in depth into every issue that impacts our lives, our communities, and our country.
Welcome back, viewers. If you are just joining us, this is the program Disability Voice. And today we are still discussing disability and my reality. Living with you having a type of disability is a reality of life. You just have to accept you the way you are. And still here with me in the studio is Mr. Sunday AJ. Mr. Sunday AJ is an actor, a musician, and also he's into the real estate. Thank you for staying with us in the studio, and it's good to have you once again in the studio. So, you are an actor, you are a musician, so let's come to that angle now.
Okay.
How are you able to do these two things together at the same time? An actor, a musician, and disability? Sorry to cut you. When we talk of disability, we feel let's do one thing at a time. Even those that want to do, let's do one thing at a time. But we can see you are doing multiple things at a time, not minding. I know you've mentioned that disability does not deprive you of becoming who you want to be. Sure. So can you tell us the experience being a musician? Maybe you just give us a little song and let's hear your voice a little too. So.
Okay. Okay. So we're starting from the music aspect. Okay.
Acting. How are you able to do this?
Well, acting is something I actually started right from my secondary school days, and but I didn't really, take it very serious like the music thing until like a few years ago. I met with one Nollywood producer, and then we started doing some. So he actually saw where he saw me was he saw me singing, and then when he heard one of my songs, "Actor No Dey Die," and then I actually performed that song in his presence, and it was like he saw the way I was, and so he saw that acting thing in me. So and then he came, and then we started working on a movie together, and then the role they gave me, and then I did it very well. And then he's like, so you have this thing in you. I knew I actually had it, but I just really didn't pay much attention to it, So that's that. But, the acting thing, like, the stigma we talk about, it extends everywhere, but we just keep pushing, you just keep doing your thing. And then even when we appear on sets, you could see it. But after they see you play they play the way you play your role, and they're like, wow. And then some co-actors were coming to me and like, man, you're good. They're just coming to, so. And so basically that's that about that. And then the music thing, that one is inbuilt. I was born with it. How did I know I was born with it? I used to cry a lot when I was a baby, according to my mom. And I think that crying for me is the singing. How was the singing that started? So I would say I started singing, from childhood. I remember before this happened, I used to, my father was a soldier, so I used to gather people in the barrack. They'll gather around me, and then I'll be singing and be playing, using my laps to play like drums for them. I used to sing Raskimono and all those guys, and way back, So that's how I started, and then gradually, grew up, and then a few years ago I made it a career, and then so that's that. And you know what it means when somebody who's physically challenged is going to perform, in a program where everybody is so, and then you could see the look on their faces, and then they're like, this one thing won't go do, and then when I hear those things, when I see all this, it gives me more energy. Way back when we were in school, my friends used to high, they take substance to high before they go on stage. But me, it is those things I look out for. Those are the things that high me on the stage. I want to see people I want to see stigma in people's faces. That's what motivates me. That's what high me. That's my ego, so those are the things that actually, yeah.
Discrimination. We that are persons with disabilities, discrimination actually give us energy to do more, to prove the society wrong that, in fact, disability is actually everyone's business. So it's me that is carrying crutches. It does not mean that I cannot become who God wants me to be. Sometimes the discrimination will push us to even do more. I know about that very well.
So that's what happens. And then by the time I get on stage and I start singing, and then those same people, you see their mouth open. Their mouth will be open. And then when if you've had some of them, you see tears dropping from their eyes.
That's good.
Yes. So, but meanwhile, a few minutes ago, this same person was somebody you're looking at, like,
It's nobody and not knowing God can still use
such person to do. So I was actually going to MC a program because I do MC too.
Okay.
I was going to MC a wedding some times ago, and then while I was walking into the reception, some women, they were looking because they saw me with Mike, and they said, this one, I won't be MC. What thing if you do for here? I heard them, but I tell like I didn't hear. And when I heard that, energy came, and then I went on stage and I started. And before the peak of the reception, everybody was shouting, everybody was excited, everybody was laughing, and they were thrilled and they were enjoying the ceremony. And then I paused and I said, I want to say something. And everybody kept quiet. I was the master of ceremony now. So when I say keep quiet, everybody keeps quiet. So I said, while I was walking into this place, I had two women. I said, I can see them right now. They're looking at me. They were gossiping me. They said, what can this man do? I said, they are laughing now. In fact, they were the one. I said they were laughing more than every other person here. And I said, so what the message I want to pass across to you people is, disability is It's in the mind. If you have a mind to be creative, God can use you to do anything. It's not because you see me with crutches and then you think I can do things. I can do so much. So that's how it has been, even in the music. But we keep pushing. We keep pushing.
Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Please, can you just, don't say I'm asking too much. Can you just do a 30-second monologue for us so that at least our viewers also will enjoy the presence of you today?
Okay. So what kind of?
I know you are not prepared. Just glory be to God in the highest. Amen. Is a song.
Okay. Okay. Let me do one song from my album.
Yeah, just 30 seconds.
Just 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It says, "If I speak in tongues of men and angel, and I have no love, I'm nothing before God. I may have faith that can move mountains, but love is hidden. I'm nothing before God. And though I have the gift of prophecies, but I got no charity, see, I'm nothing before God, cause it breaks my heart when I see the way people killing, cheating, and hating each other. Yet you deceiving yourself, thinking you truly love God. Tell me, how can you love God when you don't even love your fellow man?" And the chorus goes, "Loving God is when you love a human like you. Jesus Christ is that man sitting next to you. Jesus Christ is favor sitting next to me."
Wow.
So if you don't know, I want you to know that the greatest commandment is love. Do you love me?
Yeah, I do love you. With the love of God.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is really beautiful. This is amazing. This is amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. So what inspires you to do what you do?
Well, I think I've said a whole lot of that already.
Yeah.
But
Grace of
you know, God is the giver of talent. He's the giver of strength. He has been everything to me. You know, sometimes I haven't said all this. It's not as if there are times I don't sit down in the house and then ponder over a lot of things. But it's actually very tough out there in society. So by the time we're outside, we do our thing, and then when we come back inside, then you ask a lot of questions. God, how do I go about this? How do I go? How do I impart in this generation? So God has been my inspiration most times. When you're in the midst of that, He drops a song. He speaks to you in form of a song, and then He speaks to you from the scripture and all of that. So He has been my inspiration through it all.
Thank you so much. God is always our inspiration. Thank you for sharing. So we've come this far. I wouldn't want to let you go, but time is not on our side. I would have loved you to sing one or two more songs for us, but we hope to have you another time. But before you go, we just want you to tell our viewers and those who are watching the last word.
Okay, well, to those of you, to our viewers out there and those watching, well, you've heard it. Disability, nobody's parents would go to the market and buy disability and say, "My child, take." So it could happen to anybody. So there's no need for stigma, please. And then it's better you look for the contents in anybody than the container. Yeah, so please, viewers out there, please go for the contents. When you see a man with crutches, or you see a man on a wheelchair, or you see a man with walking cane, right? Please check for the content first, not the container. And then to our fellow persons with disabilities out there, if you are hiding, please come out. Come out. If you are feeling bad or feeling sorry for yourself, you will just stay like that and then go for nothing. There's so much in you. If God leaves any body parts functioning in you, it's because that part that is functioning is where your greatness lies. So use it. Look for that thing that is working and use it.
Thank
you.
you so
Thank you
much
very
for
much.
your advice. Really appreciate you for coming to the program today, and we hope to have you more time as time goes on. Viewers, this is where we draw the curtain of today's program, Disability Voice. But before we go, remember, disability is everyone's business. And remember not to leave anyone behind. Stop the discrimination. Till we come your way next time, same station. Remain blessed. I remain Favor Agara, your host. Bye for now.